back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing my updated face routine. So for today, I didn't want to prime my skin because I always prime before or out of camera just to save myself some time with videos. I don't want videos to be like 15 minutes long, so I do skip some steps. Today I only did my brows and moisturized before beginning the video. I quickly want to show you guys the moisturizer I use. I use the Cetaphil moisturizing lotion. This stuff is amazing for dry skin. If you guys have dry skin, you guys are gonna love that stuff. And I usually apply it right after I get out of the shower. It settles in within the time that I change and dry myself. So yes, I do have some pointers to share with you guys beforehand, before starting with the video. So the first pointer I want to point out is moisturize. Moisturization is key. I always get questions like, your skin looks so good, you know, what do you do? What do you recommend? How can my skin look better or whatever? I always moisturize. I take skincare very like religious, because if you don't have a good base to your makeup is not gonna look good. And I want to apologize because I am a little stuffy. I'm barely getting better from a cold, so I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. But regardless, like I said, if you don't moisturize, your skin will not look as good. So always moisturize. Pointer would be drink a lot of water. I know nobody likes to drink water. I'm a big, like, I hate water, but water can honestly change your face, like the appearance, the texture in your face. Water can do miracles. Just by drinking water, your skin can clear up. It can be a lot less greasier, a lot less drier, and more clear without as much pimples or redness or whatever. You guys know that I do struggle with redness, and I have hyperpigmentation around my cheeks and my chin, and so I struggled a lot with that. Plus I have dry skin, and you know, it's just a matter of moisturizing and making sure that your skin is nourished so it can be a good base for your makeup. My third pointer would be always get color matched. I know this is something that not a lot of people like to do, but me myself, I like to get color matched 2 times a year. One in the summer and like towards the spring, and then once in before winter. So my skin does change from summer and winter, so I like to get color matched 2 times. I know sometimes the employees are not as helpful or not as in the good mood as you wish, but regardless, you know, that is their job. So don't be shy to tell them to color match you, especially if you don't know the shade of your foundation, because that can also affect the way your skin is gonna look. So always color match. My fourth pointer will be to blend down your neck. And if you have a shirt that doesn't rub as much in your neck, don't forget to go a little, like, I want to say, if your shirt ends here, always go like ½ inch lower than your shirt neck, than your collar, because we often see a lot of people that just apply foundation and end their foundation line here, and then their neck will be another color. So don't forget to blend down your neck. Also moisturize your neck, you guys. Your neck is also very important. It's something that ages really fast, so you do want to remember to moisturize. And like I said, apply foundation in your neck. It's gonna look better. It's different. So just kind of embrace the way your face looks. Don't let anything affect it, and just love yourself for how you look and how your skin is. You're really not gonna make anybody happier if you feel happier with yourself. So just a little quick tips before starting our foundation routine and, well, our skin routine. And yeah, so let's get started. The first product I want to mention is the Farsali Skin Tone Blur. This stuff, amazing. And like I said, it is gonna depend on your skin type what type of primer you get to use with it. This is more like a blurring and perfecting primer. It does help with the pores, and it does give yourself like a more softer appearance. I like to prime my skin with this, and I just add very, very little wherever I feel like I need to blur out a little my pores or soften any lines. And that's it. So now I take the back of my beauty blender, if it's not dirty, like mine is dirty, so I'm gonna take the side, and I just work it in the skin. Now I have noticed that this primer, you do need to let it set a little, because if you don't let it sink in or work its way, it can become a little like bumpy, and it can make your foundation look a little bit weird. So definitely give your primer some time to settle. Sometimes I'll do my brows while I'm letting my primer sink in. But if you already did them like myself, maybe you can move on to lips or something. I want to mention another primer that I've been loving also. It is the Farsali Unicorn Essence. I like to apply this in the outer portions of my face, sometimes under my concealer, because it does moisturize really, really well, and I love it. I think it's, like I said, moisturization is very, very important for your face, for your skin. It just helps it look a lot, and I want to say 1,000 times better. So I'm gonna let my primer sink for a little bit, and I'll be right back. My primer has officially set, and as you guys can tell, I did a little lippy. So now my face is ready for foundation. And for foundation, I do have a video on my favorite foundations that I've been loving, and I'm gonna put that in the e-cards up here so you guys can go watch if you haven't. But for today, I'm gonna be using a new product that I'm very excited to try, and this is the Infallible Invisible Fresh Wear, and this is a new product from them, and I've been actually loving it. So it does say that it's 24 hours, but let's be honest, who's gonna be wearing foundation for 24 hours? I like to do a pump, and I blend it in. So as you guys can see, one pump kind of took all over my skin. I'm gonna do another pump, but I'm gonna apply some in my neck just so I can blend that out, and also some in my forehead. So if you guys are wondering, this is the Beauty Creations Beauty Sponge. I recently did a haul, and I mentioned that I did go on their website and purchase this. So tools are very, very important when it comes to face, application. So now that's gonna be everything for me. I just do 2 pumps, and it pretty much covers me really, really well. I go down my neck to where I need to, and that's it. I feel like it works really nicely for me. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer, and I don't want something too heavy today because it is still daytime, so I'm gonna go with something a little bit lighter. And let me just get my setting powder ready. For my setting powder, I will be using the Coty Airspun Loose Powder. I've been using that like crazy. Can't even believe, guys, that I'm already halfway the jar, and it is a big container. So yeah. And for my concealer, I will be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I'm just gonna apply 3 dots like that, and that's gonna be it. If I feel I want to highlight like my nose, a little bit on my forehead. I do apply just a tiny dab like that, just to kind of highlight a little. And I get my sponge. Before that, I like to apply the Farsali Unicorn Essence, and it just helps my concealer not look as dry on my face, on my under eye, I'm sorry, as if I would just use my concealer alone. So now let's blend it out. I'm gonna take my setting powder. I apply very light pressure and set. Now, something I've been doing different this time around, I like to take my sponge, and whatever is on my sponge, I like to set the rest of my face. And then when I clean out my baking, which I don't bake for too long, don't get me wrong, right now it's just more for like the video, but I don't like to bake too long since I already have dry skin itself. And whatever I get from that excess that I remove, I just blend it into my skin, bring it down my neck. Also, don't forget to set your neck, because if not, your foundation will crease. And I just kind of work my way to making sure everything is nice and set. Now this is pretty much it. Now I'm gonna take a bronzer of my choice. You guys can use anything that you want and that you are already using. And for me, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild bronzer. And I'm just gonna give my face a little warmth since the foundation does lighten me a little bit more. Now here you can either put a little highlight or set your face. I'm not gonna be adding highlight, I know, who am I? Because I don't want a really highlighted look, but I am gonna go in with a little bit of blush just to give my skin a little bit more life. It's like, I feel like blush instantly like brings you back to life. It makes you look a little younger as well, since not a lot of people tend to use blush anymore. And I like to take some on the bridge of my nose. Now I'm gonna go back into my powder brush and I'm just gonna blend everything seamlessly, making sure that everything is nice and blended. And that is it, guys. This is everything for my face routine. I'm just gonna go ahead and set really quick. I like to take the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I spray. Oh my God, I love this stuff. And just a little blow there. And that is everything for my face routine. I love this routine. It is something super simple, super nice, and you look put together, but not like over the top. So I hope you guys liked it. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support, and I love you guys. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. I will include one of these in